What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new video on our 2018 Toyota 4Runner TRD Off-Road in the beautiful Attitude Black Metallic. This thing is the super beast. It's ready to hit the trail. In the last video, you saw us tackle the Heartbreaker dent. The Heartbreaker dent is 100% fixed. We thought we might get this thing in the booth today, but it didn't work out. So what we got lined up today, our good friends over at Torch Off-Road hooked us up with the ultimate bumper. We bought this thing. It is a huge bumper with a light bar. For the front, we've got it all piled up right here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna unbox this stuff. We're gonna see how it all goes. We're gonna see if we can get this bumper put on the front and get one step closer to being 100% done with this 4Runner. So let's stop talking and let's start working. This is a rough country front bumper kit that we bought for this 4Runner. We absolutely can't wait to get this thing installed. As you can see here, we do have a winch plate, and that's a really good thing because we do have a 13,000 pound winch coming for this 4Runner. It's going to get a big winch up front. Can't wait to get that checked out. So let's keep on unboxing. So this is our bumper from Rough Country. It's absolutely amazing. We did opt for the 20-inch LED light bar. This is the cool white DRL one. Not sure what the differences is in these, so we're going to find out. But it does have a place here for the fair lead block, so our winch, hopefully the fair lead block that we ordered for our winch fits right in here. Hoping that it does. That is pretty much everything that came in the boxes. We got everything here. It does come with instructions, but the instructions are that big QR code right there. You can scan that. We already took a peek at that and how this thing goes on, which it doesn't look like it's very hard. So what we got to do on the front of our bumper is we've got to make a cut right through there, and then we've got to make a cut right down through here on both sides. It's in the instruction. So let's tape it all off. Let's get it all measured out. Let's get ready to cut it. And then once we get it cut, we can mount that big bumper in behind here and get everything started going our way. So let's hop to it. So we got that marked. It's supposed to be 3/8 down from the grill, and then we're cutting to the inside of that valley. The instructions said to use a saw like this. You could probably use any kind of saw. It's one we've got. And it said to get started to drill a 1/2 inch hole in each one of these corners. So we'll go ahead and drill a hole, and then we're going to cut this out. Hopefully it all goes well. Alrighty guys, we got the whole front of this 4Runner. We chopped it all up. I mean, we just hashed it all up. We cut this piece out. Hopefully our new bumper is gonna fit right in this place. And then we took our 2 extensions off. If your 4Runner hadn't been in an accident like ours, you'd have a crash bar in there, but we don't have that. The rebar, we already took that off. So we took these 2 extensions off. We're gonna grab the bumper now. I did take my file. I took my file and then a little bit of 80 grit sandpaper and just kind of knock those rough edges down where I used a little saw to saw it all out. Can't wait to see how this thing looks. We're gonna grab the bumper right now. We're gonna get it stuck on here and see how it looks. So we got a good, very good initial test fit. So I think what we'll do, we might as well go ahead and put the slot bar in, and then we're gonna take our grinder and we're gonna just ever so slightly work on that edge of that bumper so it doesn't get in the bind. We don't want it to get in the bind. It makes it pooch out and not fit. So we're gonna make that fit 100% perfect with the grinder, just with a flapper wheel, make it look really good. Our winch still isn't here, and we really need that winch to make this thing permanent. So we're waiting on the winch. But in the meantime, we're gonna get the light bar hooked up. We're gonna see how all that looks. So let's hop to it and let's get it done. Alrighty guys, it is the next day here. We are still working on this bumper. It's giving me a little bit of fit. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You see, it's pushing my bumper out right here because it's hitting pretty hard right there. And I did exactly what I was supposed to do. I think I've cut all I can cut out of that. So I don't know, we're gonna keep fooling with that to try to get it lined up 100% perfect. The other side is 100% perfect. It is perfect. But while we was waiting, we were waiting on our winch. Check this out. Our X-Bull winch came in. It's a 13,000 pound winch. It's supposed to be fully wireless. We're gonna unbox it and see what we got. So we've got the winch plate. We gotta get that winch bolted onto that and put it on the bumper together. So we're gonna start doing that. We're gonna get the bumper fitting 100%. We're gonna get the winch mounted up. We're gonna get this thing put together 100% today. So let's stop talking and let's start working. We got it all unboxed here. Pretty simple. There's our winch. There's our relay. There's the wireless remote. And we got the wired remote. We got everything that we need to put it together. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna mount the winch to the winch plate. Get that all bolted in, probably bolt the relay on, get all that done. And then we'll probably bolt the winch plate to the bumper and try to get that done. You can see him, we got him down in there, and man, it was a job. I had to take the relay off and mount that somewhere else. But I ran my cables, my power cables. Red goes to positive, black goes to negative. So I'm gonna plug this thing up and we're gonna see if it works. Now, one note, I did have to get this transmission line up out of the way. The kit come with this little grommet, so we tightened them up right there. That's also where I put the ground for the winch relay, and that thing works just like it's supposed to. Look at that. And we got our red wired up to our positive and our black wired up to the negative. And it's looking pretty good down in there. We are going to tie this solenoid up somewhere out of the way because it just didn't fit. It's a big winch for a small space. Alrighty guys, it is the next day here. We are working like crazy on this light bar bumper install, winch install. This wiring is pretty basic on this light bar. So the switch harness has this plug. It's a weatherproof plug, which is nice. It just goes back up to the battery, which I just got it temporary there, battery and ground, and then up to this switch. I'm guessing it's got a built-in relay. It's got two options. It's got the high and it's got the low. I guess the DRL or nighttime, so high and the low. And then we did work on our winch. I was able to get that big relay situated in there. Got everything tied up and looking good. So I think what I'll do now is finish up this wiring for the light bar switch. We'll get that ran through the rubber grommet in the firewall. When we take the dash apart and put this little switch in, it'll only take a minute. Then we'll be done with that, and then we can kind of button up the front end, put the grill back in, because everything's looking really, really good. I'm really liking it so far. So let's hop back to it. Alrighty guys, I think that does pretty much complete the install of the Rough Country bumper. Also the install of the X-Bull 13,000 pound winch. I think it turned out absolutely amazing with the crystal bright light bar. Don't forget to hang around to the end of this video. We're going to take this thing out tonight to see just how bright it is, because it's going to be bright. I got the switch all set. Everything is wired up 100%. The bumper is back on almost 100%. I still got to put the fog lights and stuff in and all that to get it 100% buttoned up. But if you're interested in this bumper, I will leave the link from torchoffroad.com down below. If you're interested in the X-Bull winch, I will also leave the link for that down below. The X-Bull is just a really tight fit. Maybe I should have backed it down just a little bit. Maybe got a 12,000 pound or something like that. The Rough Country winches, I looked at those, I really wanted those. But the thing that I liked the best was the wireless remote. This thing is really handy. The X-Bull had it, so that's what we got. I do think that that's going to be a wrap for today's video, guys. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Real Orange Wires. We always post there before YouTube. If you like this video and you like this content, drop us a like. Leave us a comment down below. Until next time, we're out.